Well, hey Aquarius, how about a reading from your metal dog? We're going to ask about what's going on after the Sagittarian full moon, the strawberry moon, in which we were called to turn some kind of thought into an action. So I'm going to ask what thought, what action, what the tarot wants you to know, and what the outcome may be, and then we will clarify. To begin with, we'll just start with an overall sense of what is going on. There's a Two of Cups, or Two of Emotions here. A mirroring card, a Justice card, equal give and take, a soulmate card. It's definitely in the feelings, down in the water. Okay. Looks nice. Young. And then we have a much more, oh, this is a really fantastic energies coming in for you, Aquarius. So we have awakening, much more of the spiritual realm. This is about finishing the video game of life here, and you're ready to move on to the next level. It's the card of Judgment. Those who have completed this task, have lived rightly, get to ascend to the next level. And we get the Sun, absolute joy and authenticity, the happiest card in the tarot. That is a beautiful energy. And then finally, just a light, fun, flirty Page of Emotions. So this is an interesting card. Again, we see the fish here that we saw swimming around this golden heart, but there's also this place in your power place in your body. It's like a portal, and then she's a little octopus, so we will find out what's going on there. It looks really lovely, Aquarius. It looks like emotional ascension emotionally into a much lighter place, possibly through an encounter with another person or involvement in justice movement. Okay, so I have a new deck here. I just went down to the crystal store and I felt like I wanted a new deck. I didn't find the deck I was looking for, but I did find this one. It's in the vein I was looking in, and this is the Tarot of the She, which is how you pronounce this, S-I-D-H-E, which is the high fairy in the Celtic tradition. So I've recently come across some She in my meditation practice, and so let's see what they want to tell you, Aquarius, about what is going on. So the first card is going to be, what kind of thoughts are you going to be bringing into action? And what the action may be, what Tarot wants you to know, and then what is the future outcome here? So we have some thoughts of taking action, the Chariot. A lot of momentum, rash energy. Great, really powerful. This is a card of Cancer, the cardinal energy. It's like you're thinking about getting something started. And this fairy is riding a Pegasus. You could probably see that, but we can see this is an important symbol. The winged Pegasus, dark and white. So there is a meeting of the duality here in this fairy figure. And she seems to be riding right out of an eclipse, and it makes me think about how we have the sun here, and I see something eclipsing the sun. It makes me think about this figure. There's something that you have to do on your way to the sun, and you must take action towards that before you can get into some lighter days. Okay, well, what is the action here? Dancer 4, this is a cups, suit of cups. So this is I've been there, I have done that, there's not much more to expect out of life. ho-hum energy. This is the suit of cups, of feelings. So we can see she's mooning over this X, and there's a new one over here. It's usually, it looks like there's several X's actually in the water, where you have more than one face melting into. So this is your past loves, and then you get caught up in that where you can't really expect much when you're in the, it's a small world view. And so the action of Dancer 4 is to turn around and notice the new person. It feels like that because you have this Two of Emotions, which is it's a love card, it's a soulmate card, it's a young new connection, and then we also see this like really fun flirty Page of Emotions energy. But before you do that, you have to take the action of moving on. And it seems like even though we see you mooning over the past, you do have thoughts of action, of really powerful action. So let's find out more. What the tarot wants you to know, the world. It's a beautiful card. More evidence of you having completed a huge phase of life, a life cycle. This is the ending of a life cycle. You got the card that leads up to it here, 20, 21. You also got 19. So you've got 19, 20, 21 here on the table. So this shows you finishing a cycle here. The sun rising on a new day, the moon here setting perhaps. Yeah. It feels like we can really see how the past is holding you, it's grounding you, but it may be holding you back in some way, because we see this idea that you have is really to fly, and we see the rootedness here of this ending and this beginning. And that image again of the spiral. Okay, the future. Maker 6, a 6 of Pentacles, generosity. So this fairy is picking apples from this generous tree. I like that relationship for the 6 of Pentacles, or 6 of Makers here. That makes so much sense to me, the way that the earth gives so much to us. It's a good kind of way of understanding generosity. I don't really like it when it's human to human. It tends to bring up my trouble with hierarchy. And I feel like our society is overly hierarchical. But I think this reminds me of the Giving Tree, which was that Shel Silverstein poem that many of us read as kids. And of course, we took too much from the Giving Tree in that story. It was extremely depressing. I don't know if you remember it. Young boy picking apples ends up cutting the tree down and comes back time and again and asks the tree for just too much, and the tree gives it all. So this feels like an opportunity to look at that again. This is beautiful. On the bottom here, we have one card. The card of action and communication. Warrior 8. It's the suit of fire, of wands. So this is much like this energy. It's the minor arcana version of the Chariot, really. So you are in the mood for action. That's what the strawberry new moon was all about. It was about taking action. I feel like you need some clarity on what kind of action to take after looking at these cards here. Okay, well, let's clarify. I'm trying to decide which deck here. Well, let's go with the one that I'm drawn to. It seems similarly magical. True Love Tarot. It's a really cool deck. I believe it was made by a soap opera star or somebody in a cheesy movie about witches. You can find out if you get the book. Okay. here we go. We're cutting the deck, I guess. And then we'll go through and clarify. So the idea that you have is an idea of action. Action without much consideration. It can be a bit violent. So you may be thinking about violent action. Let's see here. An Ace of Cups. This is beautiful, divine love, a new love. This is this fellow here is offering a new love. Usually it's an Ace of Cups that's being offered in the Four of Cups. You just need to make the action of looking at it. What else? Queen of Swords. This is clarity, to cut out those that don't fit anymore. Decisive energy. And the Queen of Discs. She knows her worth. She's very stable. She actually prefers a partner to help her feel safe. Earth Queen. Wonderful. So it looks to me like you're really thinking a lot, maybe obsessively, about action, like the Queen of Swords, where you actually cut out this love. This is somebody from the past who offered love. Or there's a new love that's come in and you're trying to get clarity, and what you're thinking about is your security, your wealth, your abundance. You're very, very practical in how you're thinking about how to respond to this offer. So that's not bad, but let's find out more. All right, so the action here is turn around away from the past and look at the new thing coming in. Because you're looking in the past here, it's why I read that Ace of Cups as perhaps someone who gave you love in the past that you want to actively cut out in order to be safe. Yeah. This is in the emotional realm, Aquarius. Okay, Dancer 4. There's your Eight of Wands. This is the same card that you have received. This is communication, it's action, it's coming from the inspiration of the mind. Fire is the suit. And waiting for something you manifested to come in. Looking out on the horizon. One more and then I'll explain. And the Seven of Wands, resistance. There's more of this kind of energy here in the Seven of Wands. There's lots of fire here. It's all fire. Sagittarius is coming in. The Sagittarian moon is like bringing a lot of wands, a lot of fire into the readings. So simply what's happening here is somebody is taking action towards you and you are resisting it. They're waiting for you to change that, and that's what I see here. I see somebody else taking action towards you, and your action is actually resistance because you're looking at the past, and on the table this figure of the Seven of Wands is our figure of resistance. She's looking to the past, and the basis of her refusal of this communication, this new offer, is security and abundance. It may be also that you've been burned in the past. When we get into a Four of Cups, this Dancer 4 feeling, it's usually because we've been burned. That makes me think of a Nico song I was listening to today. Once I had a lover, I don't think I'll risk another. That's the feeling here. Okay. The cards are actually not telling you that the answer is a new person, but they are telling you that there is a new person making an offer to you. What's hidden is that something else needs to be ended. We have this sense of ascension, You need to move on in a way, move up to the next level before you get your happiness, before you get this fun new flirtation. So that's what I think what's hidden from you is about. So let's see. What is the world telling us here? Endings and beginnings. The Prince of Swords. This is a fast energy. It is like the Queen of Swords that you saw before, of the mind. It can be angry. It is riding off with the truth, to use the truth maybe as a weapon. There's a Queen of Wands, a queen of the law of attraction. She's awfully good looking, very hot. The idea of somebody being hot as being sexy comes from this element, this organization of the elements, so that fire and sexiness are connected, because fire and heat represent power and beauty. And so the Queen of Wands being of fire. So it looks like this Prince of Swords is riding towards this Queen of Wands with the truth, with clarity. And there's your Chariot again. This is the thought you have. This feels repetitive to me. There's a lot of momentum here. It's almost irresistible force, the Chariot here twice. This Prince of Swords thinks he has the truth. There's actually not any evidence that you don't actually have the truth to take action, or whoever this is can take action towards you if you're this Queen of Wands, Aquarius. But there's a huge amount of pressure, momentum, the Chariot here twice. All of this Wands energy, right? There's a lot of, and then you are standing here in resistance to this. Let me look at the future here and see if this helps me, because the world, clarified by this repetition, I'm not quite sure what to make of it. Let's see here. So the future is the Six of Pentacles, this tree offering the apples to the little fairy, or the she, reading Celtic language. The letters are arranged in ways that have nothing to do with the sound of them. I'm learning this in a very rudimentary way, as a way of knowing the Om, which is, Om really is how you pronounce it, I think. The Celtic alphabet of the trees. It's a way of knowing the trees as beings that we share the planet with. So here we have an apple tree in the future. We see more pentacles, collaboration with others. Everybody has something to offer, the collaboration and making this vision real. Very earthy. There's somebody who's feeling left out of this. More pentacles. Five of Pentacles. It's usually just a state of mind. You can just change your mind and be like, oh, I can actually come in. And then an Ace of Wands, more fire. There's that Phoenix, which is very much about transformation, rising from the ashes, which is added to this particular Ace of Wands. So the future is a collaboration. It's a very passionate, inspired collaboration, and there's somebody that feels left out of it somehow. It's a kind of a big feeling, like almost like my instinct is this person that's kind of around you, that's demanding your attention, is, I don't super feel enthusiastic about them. I can see why you're resistant to them. They seem a little needy, immature, insecure. They make things about themselves. So like they seem a little self-centered. They're coming in as a prince or a page, and you're a queen. But they have like a huge amount of momentum towards you. Let's see, underlying here. 2 cards. The Tower and the Princess of Swords. Sort of an open-minded, curious, chatty, but again, young energy. So the Tower is some kind of, there's been something that came down, was built on a poor foundation. Wow. It feels kind of like such a simple message, but I think I need to clarify something else here, which I've been needing to do on these readings, so I'm going to do that. So I feel like I need to clarify the top card here, which is of judgment, of awakening. So it seems like you need to do this before you get your happiness, and it might be kind of young and fun and flirty, but this Tower has to be addressed, right? There's a realization, and it brought down something that was built on a bad foundation. It shocked you. It's probably something that you should have taken down yourself. In a tower, you do have the possibility of preventing a tower because you know the foundation is crap. But it's hard to do that. And so the universe will do it for us if we don't do it for ourselves. It seems very big, and it's almost like it's not yet resolved. The world being here, it's something still major is coming to a conclusion. But then there's like the more immediacy of this person who's immature and demanding of attention and has like all this chariot momentum here. So I want to ask about your part here, this awakening that you must do before you get. We see that there is awakening, and then on the other side of it, there is happiness. But it seems like this World card and the Awakening card are both telling us that you need to do the steps here. And there's a lot of outside stuff that's happening that you're feeling like resistant to, I think for good reason, because you're this queen who's thinking about more than this flirtation is what it seems like. And this person seems a little young, a little insecure. Like in the future, they just feel like this. Oh, I'm left out. I'm just looking in from the outside. Could be a kid. It feels like they really need a lot of attention. So let's see. What is this Awakening card here? Let's see. What do we get? 3 cards. There's your 3 of Pentacles that we just saw. Here, 3 of Pentacles, collaboration, building with others. All 3 people have something really important and crucial to the mix. There's 7 of Pentacles. We're all getting this card. Putting in the work. It's a fixed sign skill to work steadily, step by step. Wait for the results of your labor to come in. And then the Empress. Oh, good. This is very good clarity. So there's something, in a funny way, like look away from the problem, look away from whatever is ending in the emotional realm. Look away from this flirtation that's very demanding and attention seeking. Put in the work with others, build this thing, and in time it will bear fruit. And this is like really beautiful, powerful earth energy. It makes me think of this tree. So it's not that long in the future, it's tarot time, so whenever the future is. So there's some kind of inspiration. I think I've seen this for you before, Aquarius. There's some kind of inspiration that you're having. And you need to put in the work and the time. And it's that there's a little bit of this that I think I share with you, which is I want something to distract me from real life, but in fact, doing real life is what I need to do. Steady. The steady pull, a friend of mine always says. Let's see, what else do I want to clarify? I really am curious about this 5 of discs. Like, what's this? This is a passageway. It's a negative feeling of being left out, abandoned. So let's see if that's you or somebody else. Father of Wands. 8 of Pentacles, more work. Alpha energy, Leo, fire energy, and then this one. It's somebody that it's this person, right? It seems like the one who's waiting for you to turn around and notice them is feeling left out, and they've really put in a lot of work trying to manifest you, which doesn't always work out. And this person seems to be disappointed. They're sure putting a lot of pressure on you, though. What's this Ace of Wands here in the future? I want to know what that is. There's the Mother of Swords again, the Queen of Swords. That clarity that helps you discern between who's in and who's out. There's that 5 of Pentacles, the same card. That's a feeling of abandonment there. And a Son of Swords. Again, I love it. I mean, the tarot never lets me down. This is the Son of Swords. It's a part of your hidden energy, the anger. So, it's looking to me actually like now I see. What I see is you acted with clarity and you cut somebody out. They feel disappointed and left out by this and angry. And they're coming at you with anger. So it looks like you're dealing with somebody who's angry that you chose not to answer their call to be in their life. You resisted this person in some way. You've kind of just decided you didn't want them. You have this other thing you're doing, and yeah, this is them. It's very like masculine alpha energy. They don't actually appear that way to you. They appear to you as young. And now they're pissed. They're coming in like this. I don't know. I'm not super excited by this reading, Aquarius. Let's see. Let me clarify one more thing. The Page of Emotions here. It's a little... Don't feel bad. Like, we're all a little bit stuck right now. Yeah, I haven't even felt like doing these readings. I'm doing them out of a sense of duty. And it's already time for me to do the mutable signs. Having a new deck is really exciting. That helps. Okay, this Page of Emotions. There's you visioning a new world, the one you want to live in. A rainbow world. Lovely. There's an Ace of Cups. Divine love. We saw that back here. I feel like this is a different Ace of Cups. Looks quite different. And 4 of Pentacles. You were envisioning like a new love, a divine love, a true love. But you're having trouble with letting go of control. And so in the meantime, the cards are like, all right, fine, just do the things you're good at. Do your work. It will open up. The Empress will appear. That's it. It's not super exciting, Aquarius. I'm sorry, but that is the reading. On the bottom here we have, wow, okay, good, just 2 cards. Some of this is, you're feeling this. You can look at that, you know what that is, right? 5 of Cups. Heartbreak. Takes a long time to heal this. This one is in your life. This is this energy that's coming at you. It's very insistent. It's very lustful. It's very self-centered. It's full of this chariot drive. It's a mismatch. And the cards don't say, go for it. They say, this is a lightweight. You have important work to do. Do that. This is really what makes me see that. Work, you have a collaboration, put the work in, watch it turn into this incredible empress. It feels like in the realm of earth and abundance, right? We see you here as the queen of earth. This is your energy of air, your intellectual clarity. We see that twice, right? You're an air sign, Aquarius. But there's something that you're doing. It's important work. Turn to that. Let this Son of Wands, whatever. I can't totally tell. I feel like there's 2 people, one who's old and one who's new. The old one is feeling left out in the end here and angry. There's actually nothing that you can do about that. Yeah, so Aquarius, I hope this helps. I look forward to your reading next month. This is not going to last forever. There's a lot of beautiful stuff here in the realm of your work. And the part of me that is Aquarian gets it. It just feels like we've been working and working and working and being so responsible for a long time. All the fixed signs are feeling this, and it's a bummer. But it will change. It always changes. And that's what this card here tells you. It's going to change. You're going on. You're almost there. This is where you're headed. It's absolute joy and happiness. You will have this light new love kind of stuff. Not yet. Okay. All right. Have a beautiful day. Bye.